A code indicates a failed test. The technician must now diagnose the cause of the failure. This is where diagnostics are crucial. Well, let's talk about it. What does a trouble code mean? When a technician hooks up to your OBD2 port and looks at your codes, what does that mean? It means that some sensor in the vehicle somewhere indicated a fault from a test that it ran. Now, here's what that means. Vehicles are really smart, so smart that they're constantly testing themselves. For example, my Jeep is running right now as we speak, and it's also running little diagnostic tests along the way. Every now and again, a test will fail. Maybe it was a cam sensor that just gave a weird little blip, or maybe it was a throttle position sensor that just didn't do something that makes sense. That's okay. The system says, okay, that's fine. You failed one time, I'm going to test you again. And then it fails again. And then it says, okay, that's suspicious. I'm going to test you one more time. And then on the third test, it fails, and that's when it says, oh, you know what? There's a problem here. Here goes a check engine light, and there's a code in the system for what I figured out. That's what's happening when a trouble code is set. The computer of the vehicle, super smart, is telling the technician, hey, I ran 3 tests in this system of this vehicle, and I found that there was a fault somewhere in this system, and you need to go figure out why. As smart as these systems are, they're not smart enough to say, hey, this is exactly what went wrong. There's a pinched wire in the driver's side door, and that's what's happening to that circuit. They're not smart enough to figure that out. That takes a trained human being to do that. And that's why we have to diagnose your vehicles. And that's why when we look at a trouble code, if you try to make a repair based on the trouble code, you are guessing. You have not diagnosed the vehicle. Highly recommend you go check out Check Engine Chuck's work, because he shows this like step by step on every single one of his posts. Chuck is a genius when it comes to diagnosing vehicles. If we could just diagnose a vehicle based on a trouble code, we would all be Check Engine Chucks. So that's just it. It's the system telling us that there's a fault within a subsystem, and it's telling a technician, hey, this is where you need to start. But it takes a technician to go through the steps to actually figure out what's going on in the vehicle. But I'm going to stop right there. I want to hear from all of you in the comment section. So like always, your thoughts.